never said. Starry, starry nights, all of these lights are going to our head. Sweet memories of only us, yeah. You wanna know how much it means to me, in case I never said, in case I never said. Hey. Yes. You wanna know, you wanna know, you wanna know. Hey. You're only in my head. You're only in my head.
Woo! Coming to you live from Ever Media Studios in Los Angeles. This is EverTalk Live.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessica Moyer. This is EverTalk Live, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. streaming on all things social on Apple TV and Roku via the EverTalk app, with your daily dose of a little bit of Hollywood and happiness.
That's right. We're everywhere, Jess.
Happy
everywhere.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
What's been going on?
Traffic. Generally, that's the deal on Tuesdays. You know, it's funny because I remember people telling me before I moved to LA, like, the traffic is serious. But I didn't quite understand until I got here. So it was traffic. Good overall.
Serious.
Yeah.
I know you did an extra taping yesterday.
I did little Access Daily, Access Hollywood. So it was there. Kit Hoover and Scott Evans and Mario Lopez. It was awesome.
And
so much fun.
BD. I need
Yes.
to humble brag on my co-host here. So what did they bring you on for?
So let's talk about relationships. So we remember we had Dr. B on the show, right? And
the Dr. B.
Dr. B.
Yes.
So Dr. B and I did a fantastic segment. They said it was one of the best relationship segments they'd ever seen.
Well, I know that she's been working on Marriage Boot Camp.
Yes.
Family Edition.
She's got a new best-selling book. She's killing it.
So when is your episode airing?
Right now. I believe.
Right now. Okay, well, put that on demand. Keep watching us because,
Yeah.
of course, we've got some incredible insight to
Exactly. I think it's noon everywhere. So it's noon back east, but also noon here in the East Coast. So maybe 3 hours from now, if you're in
Deal.
California. Yes. Yeah.
Can't get enough of you.
How was your night, Des?
Oh, my night was fantastic. I went to Craig's, you know, as I do. It was just a regular old Monday, but I'm really excited. We're going to be pouring my wine there very soon.
That is amazing. How exciting is that?
It's the best.
You should have your own stool. Don't they have your a name on it? I swear, it should be like your assigned seat.
Oh, we should. We had a great show yesterday. We'd love to show you a look at the rewind.
Coming to you live from Ever Media Studios in Los Angeles. This is EverTalk Live.
So if anybody out there has recommendations on vegan pizza that tastes real,
I kind of wake up and run out the house with a bagel and drink some water. I get my nutrients in, you know, my protein shake, my vitamins, and good old coffee wakes me up.
just be aware of what it is that you're thinking and you're feeling as the other person is being what they're being.
We are here with that award-winning artist himself, Bobby Newton.
The pen is kind of the way that's kind of how I get to my therapy. A lot of people don't know in the industry, though, you're signed, but that doesn't mean you're making any money. Because I think I naturally have ADD, so.
We have two incredibly inspiring young guys with us, the Lee brothers. Thank you so much for being with us.
Just knocked on the door and said, you know, I'm here to support Floyd. My brother's making his Mayweather promotion debut in January.
Wow. That was seriously like two of the best conversations I've ever had. Right?
Honestly, it was one of the most powerful shows.
Yeah.
Every single man on that couch cried. I wasn't the
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
But you know, there's stories of trial and triumph and absolute resilience, and how each one of those young men really truly walked in faith.
Totally. And by the way, they were all shot at some point.
All of them.
Like the one guy 7 times. I mean, one of the Lee brothers was shot 7 times. Their younger brother, who was 11 years old, was shot in both eyes. I mean, unreal.
Unreal. And you know what is even crazy is only one of those incidences actually made the news. When Bobby Newt's brother was shot and killed, his twin brother, when they were only 15 years old.
Wow.
But otherwise, this gang violence, this crime that's happening with our youth is going largely unrecognized.
It's unreal. I think what I'm so inspired by, you know, in all those interviews was just their resilience and their ability to sort of overcome the worst kind of like travesty and trials and, you know, and still triumph in the end. It's just incredible.
And they are wholly committed to greatness.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And faith.
And
They're
faith.
full of faith.
Ah, absolutely incredible. Well, we're so honored that they spent their morning with us yesterday, and we are excited to welcome our very special guest in the studio this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us today. We're excited to welcome Lauren Chase back to the show. You look gorgeous this morning.
Oh, thanks, doll. As do you. I really appreciate being here, so thank you for having me.
So we want to know, how do you wake up and stay woke? What's your morning routine like?
So I wake up and I have 3 dogs, and I take them out to do their thing. And while I'm walking, I talk to my mom. She moved to heaven, so I like to talk to her. And we have our nice mornings together. And then I go home, get ready for the day. I play lots of music and just get pumped up.
Oh, love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks.
Little music, probably your own. Are you listening to your own music? I would be.
Sometimes.
Well, she's going to add Danny Stefanati to her list. Thanks so much for playing us in this morning. Danny loved that
Oh,
song.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So tell us, how do you wake up and stay woke?
I usually go to the beach and go running in Santa Monica. I used to go in Perth, my hometown, Australia, but now I love getting out in the sunshine and going running and writing a song in the morning or drinking some tea or also I call my mum the night before because of the time zones. I don't want to wake her up, but I usually lay low for the morning because I usually gig at night.
So what's the biggest difference between running in Perth and running in Santa Monica?
It looks a little bit the same, actually. Yeah, that's probably why I like Santa Monica so much.
Yeah.
I'm a West Side girl.
Awesome.
Oh, geez, I didn't realize it was throwing such Australian vibes. I gotta go to Santa Monica more often.
Right?
Yeah, I like a good Australian accent.
Indeed.
And moving on. We've got Meryl Kern in the house. She's the president and founder of Lift Eat. Good morning, Meryl.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
We're so grateful that you're here. So tell us, how does a fempreneur like you start her day? How do you wake up and stay woke?
You know, it's so simple. I get up and I brush my teeth. Because if I don't do it right away, I mean, there have been days that I've forgotten to brush my teeth. I don't know if that's ever happened to anyone. You go out and you go, oh my God, I forgot to brush my teeth. So that's how I start my day. And then I go straight to my computer and get to work. That's it.
Well, I speak for all of us when I say thank you for brushing your teeth.
Good hygiene. Good hygiene is
we love
important.
you for that.
Well, we're very excited to welcome you to the show, Shelley. Good morning. You look beautiful today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
My voice is still waking up.
Well, you are absolutely forgiven. Tell us, how do you wake up and stay woke?
Okay, don't judge me, but the first thing I do is I check my Instagram.
There you go. Dive in.
Judgment.
Be honest,
I know that's so bad, but I do it. That actually wakes me up, and I answer all the messages or DMs, you know, still in the bed. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't actually start eating till around 11. So took a while to get used to, but I'll have like an acai bowl every morning. Also, don't judge me, I DoorDash it.
There's zero judgment here, by the way.
Yeah.
Judgment-free zone.
So yeah, and I should be doing a lot more songwriting because I'm also a singer-songwriter and musician, but a lot of times I'll, listen to music or watch some morning shows and then come out to do amazing events like this.
Oh, love it. Well, look, it's a short life and a long life, so you got to enjoy it. So if you're enjoying the Instagram, continue.
Well, thank you all so much for being with us. We look forward to continuing the conversation later in the show.
Awesome, that's hilarious.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I do not check the Instagram first thing in the morning.
No, I'm not a big, either do I. And I particularly don't check it because I usually don't feel great about you. Like when I'm checking it, right?
It's like cue the T Swift song. I'm like, damn.
Damn, it's 7 a.m. Like, why do you have to say that? Don't be like that. And now I'm going to compare myself to your beautiful family for the rest of the day.
I know, right? You get bombarded with like everybody's best life. And it's partly that, but it's also you get bombarded with everybody's like worst day. It's like the mix of both. It's like, you know,
We
tough way to
don't
start
need
the day.
all that.
No, I'm good.
No, protect ourselves. Well, in T Swift news, apparently she finally has the rights to perform all of her music at the AMAs this Sunday.
Oh, I did see this. So there's a bit of an issue with like private equity firms and the whole thing.
Scooter Braun and who owns this, who owns that. Can she actually sing the music from when she was 14? Well, now she can for the broadcast, so I'm so excited about that.
You know what's pretty incredible about Taylor Swift is she always comes out on top. Whatever she's going through, it's amazing. She just kind of finds a way through or around or over.
Which is so funny because one
The latest songs that I'm obsessed with right now is about being the man. And in my eyes, Taylor Swift has always been the man.
Yeah, incredible. I love that. Big fan. Who would you say is your favorite artist yet?
You know, I can't think when it's all about my mood.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I kind of grew up with Taylor Swift. You know, when she's in love, I'm in love. When she has a heartbreak, somehow I'm going through a breakup too. So her music's always been like an anthem to my life.
Yeah, love that. I can appreciate that.
I always felt that way about a number of different artists, and you're right. When I hear certain songs or musicians, I kind of remember that whatever it was I was doing at that period of my life. But yeah, Taylor Swift. Love that.
Do you have any artists right now that are like reflective of your state?
I mean, I'm still addicted to Jay-Z. I love
was
listening to
gonna say,
Jay-Z.
you're such a Jay-Z
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, I'm stuck on this like 90s R&B thing. It's been my thing for weeks now, like Ashanti and Fabulous, and you know, just all those people that were just like the LL Cool J, J-Lo like mixes.
But what about superheroes? Because everybody's talking about Iron Man right now. They're finally
Right.
selling the suit for like $450,000.
I saw that, and apparently it, let's see, 12,000 feet in the air, so that's the altitude, and it goes 32 miles per hour?
It's incredible. Okay, so
I mean,
truth be told,
yeah.
I've actually seen the suit firsthand.
Really? Where?
Well, I was on set. So I actually was part of Iron Man 2. Most of my stuff got cut. You
dope
will
is
see
that?
my blonde hair and a clip of my shoulder. That's about all I
It's a
got.
good look.
Yeah, but I was there and it was incredible. So I got to work with Jon Favreau and meet Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, wow.
And of course, Iron Man himself. And it is so cool. So if you've got the extra cash laying around and you're a
$450.
collector, I mean, it's worth the purchase.
I want to get that written into my next contract as a writer. Like I need the Iron Man suit, or I need I need to be choppered in or flown into wherever it is that I'm working, because I'd rather do that than drive.
Just Iron Man suited in.
Totally, that's super cool. I love
Yeah,
that.
and congratulations to Kylie Jenner selling only 51% of her company
Wow.
for $600 million.
Holy smokes! What'd she take home? Like I think 120 million, 117
Hashtag
million.
goals right there.
Man, that's
I
a
mean,
life right there.
Whether you love them or hate them, those Kardashians are boss babes.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? It kind of brings us to like the topic of the day, which is like making it happen versus like letting it happen. And I've always found that to be a challenge in my life, right? Especially when I was younger, it was all about making it happen, and then I got tired and exhausted, and I just wanted to let everything happen on its own. And it is a bit of a dance between making it happen and letting it happen. I think what I love just about like that Kylie story is that it feels more like she kind of lets it happen at this point, right? It doesn't feel like she's forcing it as much. But what's been your experience between sort of letting it happen and making it happen, Jez?
That's been one of the
biggest struggles of my life, and something I'm like really dealing with right now, head on. Like all these psychics and mediums that we meet, you know, they come on the show, and they always tell me, trust the universe's timing. Relax in that. Okay, well I can't relax because I am hustling so hard to make it all happen. But you're right, when you really just practice the art of allowing and trust, things come together bigger and better than you could ever hope or imagine. So if I did it all my way, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And it wouldn't be this good.
I love that. You know, somewhere I saw a meme.
You know, these memes, they're kind of funny. So it was basically like, I know that God is in the driver's seat, but sometimes it feels like we're off-roading. And right? Often feels that way. And I would agree with you. I think, you know, the challenge for me, I think, has been to sort of tease out the difference between like the action journey on the outside and the emotional journey on the inside. And I think sometimes from the outside, it can look like you're not doing anything when really you're feeling like full of resistance. And so for me, I think I want to find that place on the inside where I'm sort of letting go and I'm feeling relaxed and confident and cool and composed, while on the outside I still take action. So I call that inspired action because it's in spirit. It's like in the spirit of joy and fun and ease and enjoyment, but also in spirit because it's, you know, like you're resting in God, source, spirit, whatever.
So if it's not inspired, just sit back.
Just sit back, take a nap.
Take a nap. or tune in because we've got a
Very special delivery happening straight from Handmaid's Tale. Martha is in
the house with our Nicole. Ladies, tell us more.
All right, I'm here with Julia, our resident Martha, straight from Gilead. Julia, what do you have for us today?
Oh, blessed be the fruit. You know, I was talking to Beth and I considered what she said. She's, you know, the Martha from Commander Lawrence's, and I'm in. She thought that we were going to say no, but Gilead is not a place for children, so we need to do our best to get as many as we can out. So, do you know what muffins are? Do you know what they mean?
I don't know what they mean.
They mean yes. So, with each muffin, you're on our side. You understand?
I do.
Can I leave these here for June?
Absolutely.
Under his eye.
All right, make sure you watch on Blu-ray and DVD season 3 of The Handmaid's Tale. It came out today, so make sure you go and get that.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
All I can say to you guys is remember you are not alone. It's that simple. Just keep remembering you are not alone.
We look good. All of us.
We are so hot and humble. You know me, I gotta follow the light.
Yeah, girl. It's all about that light.
I saw that light over there. I said, this must be my light.
Every time you laugh, you snort.
Our producer's messing up the set. Security.
Thank you. That was awesome. I was like, are we going into infomercial already? Where's the 1-800 number? I don't know how we need to have these bloopers. Well, there you have it. Yes. You guys can binge watch all of our episodes on upgradeyourlifetv.com and on the EverTalk app. Bye, guys. Bye.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Do I look at the camera?
Welcome back to EverTalk Live. We are here with Meryl Kern on this Transformation Tuesday, and we are talking about liftique and really feeling like a beautiful woman from the inside out.
Yeah.
Your personal journey has been so inspiring, Meryl, to so many women. Would you mind sharing that with us?
No, I would love to share it, and it's good to talk about it. End of 2015, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. And after 14 rounds of chemotherapy and 36 rounds of radiation and a double mastectomy and 5 reconstructive surgeries, after all that was done,
they kind of left you to your own devices. There was no security blanket, no community. And so I started the Merrill Kern Survivorship Program, which helped. I underwrote psychosocial programs, WIG programs for women that were having issues after being diagnosed. I know I did. I was extremely depressed for months. People think when you are finished with chemo, you're great. You feel wonderful, back to normal, perfect.
Cancer-free.
Yeah. Not true. Not true at all. And it was very, very difficult. And I knew that if I felt that way, there had to be other women feeling that way. And I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what, from here all the way down. And I wanted to do something about that, but something that was non-surgical. I'd been through enough surgeries. Right. I wanted to look in the mirror and feel good, because I think when you look good, you feel good, you put that out into the world. And people respond back to you in a positive way.
Yes.
And I started Liftique, and we started first with face and body, and it's non-surgical. It is a minimally invasive procedure that uses radio frequency, where we actually go under the skin. We create a controlled injury, which produces elastin and collagen, and it tightens your skin, and it firms it, makes it glow. It's natural. Because I think women, I think we're past that, oh, I need a facelift. I don't have the downtime, we're busy. And so I was very passionate about giving women choices on how to look better and feel better. And we can do that with the face and the body. And most importantly, we go below, and we have Liftique Blush, which it deals with pelvic floor issues that women go through, whether you're estrogen positive cancer survivor, whether you're a mother who's given birth to children, whether you're menopausal. We deal with a lot of issues, and no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about down there.
So I find this fascinating. So how did you discover this procedure?
Well, I discovered, I work with plastic surgeons, I work with doctors, and there's so much great technology. This particular technology came from Italy, and we're always the last to get these FDA-approved technologies. And it's not that we're the only one using it, but that's primarily all we do, and we're really good at it. So we don't really use the names of the machines, because we're always looking for the next best one.
But what have been some of the transformations you've witnessed in some of your patients and your clients in the way that, their whole life has been affected once they're healed?
Well, I meet women, and for me, after treatment, I wouldn't have been able to get through it if I didn't have a purpose. If I didn't find purpose in my life, I would be angry and depressed and sad and miserable. And I hear stories every day from women who have faced adversity, whether it's a divorce, a death, cancer. And I see them come in, I see them finally saying, I want to do something for myself, and they come back in, and their whole disposition, their whole being is just bright and light and happy. And I'll run into women in Los Angeles who come up to me and go, thank you, thank you. And I'm like, it's just, even that one thank you makes it all worthwhile. And it's not about vanity or looking 20 years younger.
Although that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think women, I know I do. I want to look the best I can be at the age I am. I'm 63, and I'm not going to be 43, not going to be 53, but I want to look the best I can for my age without going overboard.
Well, you look incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
And your energy is positively
Yes, it
contagious. Please tell everyone where they can find, follow, and get more information about Liftique.
They can go on liftique.com, and within that website is everything that we do. We talk about our face, our body, and blush. And I know there's a stigma there with blush. I'm really hoping women can kind of break out of that. They can get a lot of information privately, personally, so it's safe. And our flagship office is in Newport Beach. We had an office in Beverly Hills. We're currently looking for a larger office, but you can go online, you can talk to someone immediately and come in and see us. We can help you. We can help every woman.
Yes.
Every woman.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Meryl.
But you don't need
appreciate
it. You don't need it. Neither do you.
But I know that
Really.
I'm grateful that when I do,
Yes, that's
I know
good.
a
You
safe
better-
place to
you
come.
better call me.
I will, Meryl. You better believe it. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on EverTalk Live.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
All I can say to you guys is remember you are not alone. It's that simple. Just keep remembering you are not alone.
EverTalk is hashtag community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV. I'm feeling
What?
good. Wow. Shalea, that was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Tell
that
us
was
a little
so
bit
much
about
fun.
that performance.
Yeah, that was in Budapest with my buddy David Foster, who I've been so blessed to tour with all over the world. And we just did a PBS special together, my very own one called Quincy Jones Presents Shalea. And then we just did his just a couple months ago. That's gonna. I think he's on the Today Show today. So we're doing his stuff now.
Oh, killing it. That's amazing. So take us back to the very beginning. of your journey.
Wow. I mean, I think my earliest memory was music. You know, I come from a really musical family, but interestingly enough, I never was like put in pageants or talent shows or, you know, anything like, or even a performing arts school. You know, it was almost solely nurtured just in the church.
Wow.
So I never grew up thinking I was going to be a recording artist or a songwriter or anything like that.
What do you think you were going to be? Did you have any idea?
You know, maybe like something in education. My mom's a teacher, my dad's a principal, so it, you know, I grew up thinking that all kids, you know, had 2 weeks off for Christmas and all their parents in
Right.
summers, you know, so that was really just the lifestyle I had, yeah.
But I wonder, what was that turning point for you when you really realized, not only is this what I'm meant to be, I have made it.
Yeah.
I am there.
I don't think I ever feel like I make it, you know? I feel like I always keep that pure desire that I do what I do out of love, and there really is no destination.
But I do remember when I was starting to believe that this could be a career, and I had started this, or not started, I was a part of this girls group in college, and that was just our first taste of going to the studio and writing and producing and just living and breathing that. And I remember I told my mom, I want to drop out of college, I know what I want to do, and she was like, the hell you will.
You want to live, you won't.
Exactly. So I ended up graduating from this little school in Huntsville, Alabama called Oakwood University. And I got, you know, by default, I got my degree in music because I kept changing it. And that's what kind of let me know I was obviously searching, but music was always my path. I just didn't know it professionally.
So when did you hit that spot, that sweet spot where things started to just ripple and take off from there?
You know, I've had a very, very interesting journey. Like, I remember I didn't have an album, I didn't have management, and I was performing at the White House for President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, and I just remember thinking, like, this usually comes at the end of a journey.
Yeah. Totally.
You know, like the big culmination. But I met Stevie Wonder through this group called Take Six, or I considered to be my brothers, and I was on their album, so Stevie heard me and he took me under his wing, and he was actually very, very instrumental in getting me to the White House. And then I ended up writing this song for this motion picture called Jumping the Broom. Yeah. And so it's like, it just feels like there was just things just started, like one relationship led to another. I ended up meeting Ricky Minor through Stevie Wonder, who then introduced me to Quincy Jones. So it's like, one relationship just kind of led to the other, and I always tell people, like, you know, just whatever situation you're brought to, you know, you really always have to do your best. You never know who's watching or, you know, what impact you're making. And so, thankfully, by God's grace, you know, every person that I've met, the first thing they say is your reputation precedes you in the best possible way.
See, I just love that. That's fascinating to me. Like, and the one word on my mind was grace, and you literally said that.
Right.
Like, what would you say, what do you think is like the secret to living a life of grace?
I think being grateful.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the core, you know. You can't complain and be grateful at the same time.
Truth.
Like, it's, you know.
Truth right there. Yeah.
And in this industry, whether it's the music industry, I mean, I'm just getting into acting now, just entertainment industry, period. There's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of difficult times, you know. Isolation, you know, loneliness, touring, you know, being in that hotel room by yourself, you know. But then there's so much amazing things that come with it too. But I feel like at the core, at the center of it, when I'm grateful for everything, that helps me to just kind of weather any storm or just kind of like ride the wave, you know, whether I'm high or whether I'm low. It's just like I'm just grateful that I found what I love. How many people get to say that they found what they were created to do, and
be learning and working with some of the greatest.
Yeah, yeah.
Queen Latifah.
Even Queen Latifah.
Yeah. Well, I've met her on the music side in passing. She won't even remember that, but she is executive producing this biopic that I'm a part of, the Clark Sisters, the First Ladies of Gospel, which is coming out on Lifetime in April of 2020. So I played Dorinda. And so Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, and Mary J. Blige are the executive producers.
Ooh,
so
that like.
it's
that's
a
hot team. A fire team right there.
And I think it's a really amazing, unique opportunity to tell this story about, you know, 6 Black women, directed by a Black woman, produced by Black women, executively produced by all Black women. So it's a lot of beautiful Black girl magic going on in this, and so it feels very timely and very special. We're singing live in the movie, and to me, the Clark Sisters, they represent such vocal excellence, and so the director, Christine Swanson, she really was passionate about making it so, like, you know, we'll be sitting in the living room and all of a sudden we'll bust into a song. And if you have actors who can't sing and maybe just have them overdub it, it just doesn't feel as raw and special and authentic. And so and you really don't see that in film or television. Very rarely. So I'm really, really, really excited to be part of a project like that really highlights all that the Clark Sisters are. They're all living now, and just killing it. They're coming out with new music, you know, and so it's amazing to see them.
I'm very curious, what do you want your legacy to be? I mean, you're surrounded by some of the greatest.
Wow. I, you know, Stevie, I was just listening to him on my way here, and you know how, like, you are the sunshine of my life, like how that makes you feel? That's how you feel in his presence, you know, like that same warmth, that same glow. Very few people have that to where it's on and off the stage, and so I would hope that when people think of Shalea, they'll remember the way I made them feel and the way my music made them feel on and off the stage.
I'm starting to feel the sunshine right now. Feel the sunshine, absolutely. You're nothing but light.
Thank you.
Truly.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So where can people find you online? Where can they find all the projects?
So I kept everything simple, Shalea Music, so SHELEA Music. That's on Instagram, and I have a Christmas project that I'm going to be releasing the day after Thanksgiving when it's officially safe to start listening. Although I don't know if you're like me, I start listening way before.
I'm already listening, let's be honest.
Exactly. And then the single comes out this Friday. It's called Don't Want to Wait Till Christmas, and the EP, Christmas EP, is also called that, and that is going to be on all streaming and iTunes and everything.
So don't want to wait for Christmas and don't need to wait for Christmas.
You don't have to wait. Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be back more on EverTalk Live. Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV. Okay, go. Welcome back to EverTalk Live. We are here with Danny Stefanetti this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
So excited, all the way from Australia, here in Los Angeles with us today. Tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming the artist, the singer-songwriter that you are.
Well, I moved to LA the end of last year, and ever since I was 8, I've been playing the guitar and writing songs. And I've been touring with my dad. He's my roadie and manager, and we've done hundreds of shows together. It got to a point when I was 16 and I dropped out of school because I just wanted to do rock and roll, and I've been doing music ever since.
Wow. That's incredible.
16, you just want to do rock and roll. I mean, how was that received, and when did you decide, you know, I'm wholly committed to this, I'm just going to leave school?
Yeah, I went to the year 12 ball and then I dropped out.
The year 12, wow, that is incredible.
I was addicted to the guitar and writing music, and there wasn't really anything else I wanted to do.
What about that, though, feeds you the way it does?
I didn't want a backup plan because it made me push myself. Yeah.
Very George Clooney of you. Is it? Say something very similar. Yeah. Was there any point in time during this journey that you sort of revisited that decision and kind of started doubting it all, or have you just been 100% committed the whole time?
Usually when one door closes, another one opens. So it's been very up and down in my career, but I'm thankful for, usually those hard times brings me to a season when it just like a high happens again, and that's really addictive. Yeah. So
that roller coaster, huh?
I guess you guys know moving to LA it was probably one of the hardest times of my life. Struggling at the start here. I didn't have any family, so I had to completely start again, and
LA can make or break you.
Indeed.
I've been really grateful.
Anything you learned along the way that like you would recommend or suggest other people do?
I think a lot of people throughout their career have a lot of criticism and people trying to tell you this is how you should dress, this is how you should sing, this is what kind of artist you should be. But if you listen, to God and trust more instead of like trying to be something that you're not, I think that's kind of what worked for me when I let go of what I wanted to be. Oh. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about at the top of the show, right?
Absolutely.
Like the art of allowing.
Totally.
Yeah, coming to the end of yourself. That's when I truly found myself. Yeah.
That's profound. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I think that's really interesting, and I think that's something that I didn't understand for the longest time.
Yeah.
But what does that mean exactly to you, to come to the end of yourself?
It was like letting go of all of, you said it before, trying to make things happen. Because it just doesn't work.
Tried it,
and
done it. Doesn't work.
Some of my decisions are terrible, and some of my choices haven't been the best. So when I let go of trying to be perfect is when I saw, oh wow, I can just be myself and let God direct my path instead of trying to do it myself.
Beautiful.
Wow, so tell us what you're working on now.
I'm actually going back down under to visit my family
for 4 weeks in December and do 3 stadium shows.
Oh wow.
And then January I'm booked to come back to LA and live here for good.
All right,
So,
love that.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
So I'm skipping winter.
Yeah, good idea.
Double summers.
Well, we'd love for you to play for us, but before we do that, please tell everyone where they can find and follow you and, of course, get your music.
Sure, I'm just on Instagram and all of that under my name. It's really hard to spell. My name's Dani Stefanetti because it's half Italian.
We'll put it right there.
You'll find it.
Well, play for us, would you?
Okay, sure. I'm going to just go into the chorus and just
go right in.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3. You're spinning in my party dress. Take those records off my desk. You saw my favorite song for 200, babe. A little love and a little lust can be that dangerous. You fight with me all day and kiss me all night long. Oh, it's such a rush. Yeah, I think I got a cowboy crush. I'll grab my J45, 'cause you're the only guy that makes me feel so alive. And it's such a rush when you spin me in my party dress. Take those records off my desk. You saw my favorite song for 200, babe. A little love and a little lust can be that dangerous. You fight with me all day and love me all night long. Oh, it's such a rush. I think I got a cowboy crush.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
Even a first date, I think it's a really good idea. Like, hey, I'm really into feet. I do think when it comes to fetishes like that, maybe that helps people match up, because the foot licker and the person who likes their feet licked are going to be a good match.
But they might not mind that thing so much. But if you just come out and be like, yo, I like to lick feet, that
maybe it's a person that really likes their feet licked.
Yeah. So this guy's going, hey, I want to lick your feet.
If it's a person looking for a serious relationship and they just really like feet, hey baby, I saw that open-toed picture of you and like your feet look really lovely. Yeah. Be prepared for a response if the other person is not into it and when you say you want to lick their feet. How far does that go for you? Are you on foot fetish sites every day and you don't go to work because you're so consumed in it? Foot fetish is actually like a common way. So something like a foot fetish, a lot of times it's a more submissive man. By the way, your feet. Maybe not.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
We made it, we did it, we got out, we lived it. falling from a million miles away. Give up, give up. That's what they told me to. Do less, you'll regret. Taking a chance, they say play it safe. I've been fighting for my life this whole time. Not afraid to shoot for what's mine. Won't give up, won't give up. Covering my ears, talking to myself like we made it, we did it. We got out, we lived it. Falling from a few million miles away, but I'll always get up again. I'm still standing, rising up where I fell. Damn, I'm proud of myself. I'm still standing. I can smile in the mirror. Damn, I'm so glad you're here. You're sick, too thick. That's what they told me. You can't hang, rearrange. Go back to what they told you to do. Breaking down just made me stronger. I learned to put myself together. Dear mama, I won't give up. Covering my ears, talking to myself like we made it, we did it. Got out, we lived it. Falling from a few million miles away, but I'll always get up again. I know I'm broken, but I've got more power in me and I won't look back. Even though it's not okay, it's not over. I know that I'm more than that.
Lauren Joyce, we are so glad you're here.
Thank you
Amazing.
so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been so long since I've seen you
I know,
guys.
it's been a
It's so
minute.
nice to see you again.
So great to see you.
Yes.
You look fantastic and you sound
you.
incredible.
Thank
Tell us
you.
about that single.
So this is my first single from like my whole musical project that's going to be about mental health. The last time I saw you, I played what I thought would be my first single, but going back into it and seeing everything else that I had gone through. The last time I was here, I told you I had back surgery and I've lost 37 pounds and it's really, really helped with the aqua therapy and everything I've been doing. And so working with my psychotherapist, all of these things that we've been seeing in the news, like you were talking about the shootings and you know, the violence that we've been having, and for me personally, with my grief, with my mom passing, and really just the physical injuries I have manifested mentally. And I was diagnosed bipolar 2 right after my my back surgery, and there's 6 bipolars on the spectrum, and I'm not a medical professional, but it's ADHD and depression, anxiety, comorbidity. And I had been diagnosed ADHD, just, you know, misdiagnosed my whole life. And after my surgery, kind of seeing everything that was going on in your body, it's amazing how connected you are with your body. And I feel like if we started looking in, there wouldn't be these problems that we're having. Not that they would be totally eradicated, but this is what I wanted to do. So I'm doing 12 singles, and I'm not sure how in between I want to release them, but they're all about different parts of mental health. So I want it to be like really universal for everybody to understand, but I want my music now to make people think. It's more than just a pretty song for me now. I feel like I've found a purpose when I felt like I lost it when my mom died 4 years ago, and I was in bed for 3 months. I really feel like I'm alive again, and I'm really glad that I'm here when a lot of times I shouldn't have been.
Just incredible. I clearly understand why you're so committed to mental health, right? When did you make the decision to commit sort of this album to mental health? When did that happen?
So I was a victim of domestic violence, and so kind of seeing that relationship unfold and how much, like, I'm a very blunt person. I will put you in your place, but this person was the first person I ever made excuses for, and I realized that I was giving so much of myself up than what I knew I had inside myself and what fire I knew I had. And so losing that purpose, I've been playing forever. You know, it was just, I didn't have that sense of commitment to something that was bigger than myself. And that's always what music was for me. It was a way to like be bigger than myself, understand what I'm going through, because like I said, I was misdiagnosed for so long, I couldn't start things, I couldn't finish them. I'd put so much on my plate, and I never practiced. And
you might blame yourself for all that, right?
Right, absolutely. And then the self-sabotage that you have, you don't really spend time reflecting on it. You kind of just keep going. And I've talked to a lot of people, and they're like, oh, I'm working on the things that I want to do, and I'm able to take in what's coming at me. But unless you really reflect on what you've done, you're not really taking the punches like you should. Should is not the word I want to use, but yeah.
So, losing your mom, the back injury, my goodness, domestic violence, that's a lot to go through and to get through. And, clearly you've taken these very active steps in order to heal from all of that.
Right.
What do you think's been most helpful in terms of the healing process?
I've been reading a lot of books. Kate Spencer wrote this book called The Dead Moms Club, and it just talks about how you just know when there's someone who's lost their mom, and you kind of just rally together. So tons of books. My therapist, just having a third party. I know a lot of people are like, oh, a therapist, you must be crazy. But it's nice to have a third party.
You must be cool.
Right. No, it's great. It's great. There's so much, and still I'm going through it, so I'm having a hard time finding the words. But it's just something that really inspires me to keep going when I feel like I don't want to, and where I get so overwhelmed by the things that are going on in my life that I just want to sleep through it. There were times where I would get so frustrated I would sleep for 3 days because it was just way too much for anyone to handle. And I think now, knowing that we do have the resources available to us, but even myself, I don't want to take my medication because I know I should be able to do this on my own. So a lot of people stop taking their medication, and then they're like, oh, well, wait, the medication was helping me do what,
you needed to do to get
better.
Right.
You start feeling better, and you stop wanting to take the medication because you feel like you're just good now.
And honestly, I've been hospitalized 3 times not being able to get my medication because of health insurance and changing of plans, and not them deciding they didn't want to carry it anymore, or they didn't want to write it off anymore. So I really want this to be more than just, and of course people are going to abuse the system everywhere, but for people like myself, you can't function. And I think music has always been a way for me to explain myself, even if it's indirectly. So I really wanted this to be a way for people universally to take those and know that they're not alone. And at the same term, when people would respond to my Instagram where I post a picture and I always have a statistic about mental health, it's nice to know that they're saying you're not alone, and then I'm able to tell them they're not alone. And then collectively, we know that this is more than just us.
Absolutely.
So
just
it's been
the lyrics of your song.
Yes.
You made it. You got through it.
And I shout out to Rachel West. She wrote this song with me, and she's a brilliant songwriter. She really helped me through my chaos of I like to write my songs in journal form. I'll just write everything in a stream of consciousness and keep writing, and then I'll go back and highlight the things that I was really obviously connected to. And that day in the studio with Rachel, it was just and she helped me arrange it, and then I was like, yes. And we just continued writing, and we did another song together that's coming out. So.
We look forward to it. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
Yeah, my Instagram is Lauren Chase, Twitter at It's Lauren Chase, pretty much everywhere Lauren Chase. So I really appreciate you guys having me, listening to what we're doing, and I think it's really important that people start listening to their bodies and their brain being part of those bodies that we need to do.
Absolutely.
So
Beautiful message, beautiful
Thank you.
music.
I appreciate it.
Again, we're so glad you're here. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on EverTalk Live.
You watch the stories of people changing the world. EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
Hey guys, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood. I have my good friend here, Tammin Zersak, and I'm going to ask her a few rapid-fire questions.
Okay, let's
Are you
do
ready?
it.
All right. So if you were going to have one video go viral, what would it be of?
The birth of my baby? I don't know. Is that weird?
No, but vagina or no vagina?
She just came out of my stomach. So I don't know. That's kind of the coolest video I've ever got. Is her coming out of my stomach.
I like it. Let's make it go viral then. Let's have it right now. All right, cravings.
Pineapple, sparkling water, and rice pudding.
All together, mixed.
Sure.
All right. What is the most nostalgic thing to you?
My parents.
I like that. So
yeah,
sweet.
their smell.
When is it okay to lie?
To your child about Christmas? Elf on the Shelf. I'm like, oh.
It's all good. Is make sure to tune in, watch my episode with Tammin talking all about pregnancy sex. It's going to be good.
Bye. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV. Welcome back to EverTalk Live. Today, hashtag truth be told. We've got one of the stars, Rico Anderson, in the house. Congratulations on this new series.
Thank you so much.
Tell us all about it.
Well, it's a new series on Apple TV Plus. It's actually from a book called Are You Sleeping? It's based on a book by Kathleen Barber. The series was created by Nichelle Tramble-Spellman, who's actually a friend of mine from the San Francisco Bay Area. And yeah, it's one of Apple TV's big debut shows that's coming out next month.
So cool. Wow. So how and when did you get involved in this project?
Well, it was actually around last summer. I got the call, and boom, there I was. I auditioned, got the part, and really, really happy. I mean, it's an amazing cast of characters with starring Octavia Spencer, Ron Cephas-Jones from This Is Us, Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, Mekhi Phifer, Tracy Toms. I mean, it's like a who's who of everybody.
All-star cast.
Yeah.
Including Rico Anderson.
And Rico E. Anderson. So blessed to be a part of it. Yeah, it's amazing.
So what was your secret navigating Hollywood? Because, I mean, you've got a list of IMDb credits as an actor, as a host. You've won all these awards.
Thank you. It's just climbing those steps and just always believing that it's always going to work out in your favor. Yeah. I've auditioned for so many different things. There's a lot of things that I haven't gotten. And you just have to really just know that this business has a lot of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you just got to keep moving and keep it going, keep it grooving, because at the end of the day, you're going to win. You're going to win.
Is there anything specific or anybody specific that helps you keep in faith, especially when times are tough?
Yeah, my mom has always been my rock, and I always look at my mother as the person who has always been very inspirational to me, and just always encouraged me to just do it, go for it. If this is what you want to do, then I'm with you all the way. And she's always been there for me.
When did you know this is what you wanted to do?
Oh, I was this little, about this tall. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always wanted to be an actor. It's always been a thing with me. I would watch TV and I would see people who looked like me. And back in the day when there were only 3 networks, I'm probably aging myself, you didn't see a whole lot of us on TV. So there was that feeling that I wanted to be a part of something that I really feel like would eventually grow. And I just knew eventually I was going to move to Los Angeles and I was going to continue to pursue that career, even as a little boy. And I actually started in the San Francisco Bay Area when we moved from Chicago, and I did a lot of theater, a lot of independent film, and it just continued. I've never not wanted to act.
Yeah. Was there ever a sort of a TV show, movie, a play, or a person, like an actor, that really inspired you to just go for it? Who was your first kind of virtual role model?
I would have to say when I was a little boy, I went to a touring production of The Wiz. Our school took us there, and it was starring Stephanie Mills. And I just remember being that little boy and just being like, wow, to not only Stephanie Mills, but just all the characters, all the everybody on stage just running around doing things. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I really want to do that. I have to do something like that. I don't know why, but it's real. I'm really loving it.
So what would you tell that younger version of yourself, knowing what you know now and having the success that you've had? What would you tell him?
Do it, and it's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be all right. And even if it gets a little rocky at times, that's okay. That's life. And you're gonna make it, bro. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it, little guy.
Smile, Rico. I mean,
Thank you.
your happiness, your vibe is contagious.
I am very happy to be where I'm at. I still pinch myself when I'm on set before I shoot something. I still can't believe I do what I do. I can't believe that I'm living the dream, basically. And this is not a fake smile. I'm really, really happy to be where I'm at.
You know, it's incredible though to witness that, because so many people that I know in my life have lived the dream, right? They attained the goal, they got there, they made the movie, they starred in that show, and then they became miserable.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? So many people. How did you avoid that?
Coffee.
Lots of it.
Lots of coffee.
Especially if you're taking a red bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Lots of coffee.
Yeah.
No, listen, I'm not going to say this business isn't without its struggles and without its challenges. There are ups and downs. You don't always get a part that you go out for. But it's just really understanding that it's one part of many. There's a thing in the business where if you're going into a casting director's office and you don't get the part, and they bring you in again and you don't get the part, and they keep bringing you in, they like you. They're just trying to find, and you're going to book something, but they're just trying to find the right role for you.
Right.
So you got to keep doing it. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep believing that it's going to happen. You're just trying to get the right match.
Well, and that resilience, I think, is like part of your Chicago roots. I'm from the Midwest too, so I know.
We got that little bit of aggressiveness that pushes us a little forward.
It's a polite aggressiveness.
It is.
Chicago is, yeah. No shade to anybody else from the United States, but we're a little bit more. But not too much.
It's a warm aggressiveness.
Just a warm aggressiveness. Just enough to let you know that, hey, we're not going to stop this train.
So next month, Apple TV Plus. What else are you working on? What's next for you?
Well, I'm also in pre-production for a film about Ernie Banks. It's called On Smoother Dirt. I'm playing Buck O'Neill, who was the manager of the Kansas City Monarchs. Kansas City Monarchs was one of the many Negro leagues that was formed back in the day when black baseball players weren't allowed to play in the major leagues. So I'm very blessed to be able to portray the great Buck O'Neill. So I have that in the can, and not in the can, in the works, and I'm really excited about that. Got to get ready. Got to get in the gym. Got to, get ready. It's going to be shooting in Atlanta.
Oh, that's so fun.
And,
did you play sports growing up or no? Were you mostly in theater?
Mostly in theater. I played a little basketball. Never played. My dad was a football player, so I have his broad shoulders, but I've never really taken to the field. I bowled.
Oh,
I was a bowler.
Okay.
I bowled.
That's surprising.
I like bowling.
Not a whole lot of bowlers.
Another Chicago thing, I think.
And, well, I guess it's kind of a Bay Area thing a little bit. I mean, it's not like when you think of the Bay Area, you think of bowlers, but I bowled.
My God, a man of many talents.
And I was pretty good at it too.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your personal journey.
Sure.
Shows.
Oh, of course. Well, I have a website, ricoanderson.com, and I'm always updating that because there's always stuff happening, like being here with you lovely, fine folks.
Right.
Also on Instagram, _ Rico Anderson. Twitter, I am Rico Anderson, and Facebook, Rico E. Anderson.
Ah, good memory at that. Jeez.
I had to think about it for a second, but So also, I just came back from New York, the Short Film Awards. I just got through hosting that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I was hosting that, and that's created by Cindy Burch. It was the 5th annual Short Film Award, so it was an amazing time, and it was just so much stuff. I also have a film, Get Gone. It's a horror film that's making the film festival circuit. Another film called Weep Not's making the film festival circuit.
Busiest man in Hollywood.
I know, rub off
Yeah,
on me, man.
yeah, there you go. Just on The Rookie. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on. And
so much stuff. Well, thank you for
excited.
taking time out to be with us. Be sure to catch #TruthBeTold on Apple TV.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
tuned back more on EverTalk. Just to people changing the world, EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
Hey guys, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood. I have my good friend here, Tammin Zersok, and I'm going to ask her a few rapid-fire questions.
Okay, let's
Are you
do
ready?
it.
All right. So if you were going to have one video go viral, what would it be of?
The birth of my baby? I don't know. Is that weird?
No, but vagina or no vagina?
She just came out of my stomach. So I don't know. That's kind of the coolest video I've ever got. Is like her coming out of my stomach.
I like it. Let's make it go viral then. Let's have it right now. All right, cravings.
Pineapple, sparkling water, and rice pudding.
All together, mixed.
Sure.
All right. What is the most nostalgic thing to you?
My parents.
I like that. It's so
Yeah,
sweet.
their smell.
When's it okay to lie?
To your child about Christmas. Elf on the shelf. I'm like, oh.
It's all good. Make sure to tune in. Watch my episode with Tammin talking all about pregnancy sex. It's going to be good.
Bye. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Welcome back to EverTalk Live. Man, what a show today.
What a show.
Music, and more music, and acting. I mean, it's incredible to me. Like, people show up and they're just so insanely talented. It just makes you really question what talent you have in this world.
No, it's so interesting though. I mean, that's one of the things I love most about Los Angeles is it does draw from all over the world. Australia, from Chicago, the most talented people in their own rights. Now, like I said, it will make you or it will break you.
That's true. That's true.
But it is just filled with talent.
Yeah. Speaking of talent, Jez, the hair is killing it today.
Oh, thank you.
You're feeling it too, right?
Yesterday, the hair was flat, the lashes were wrong,
it?
but today.
What is that? It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Me, I don't know. So.
I don't know. Better hair, better day.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going for it. And a special shout out to Emerald and Clay. I'm loving these earrings. Hashtag Pure Michigan. Ironically, one of my first boyfriends from high school, right? Fast forward to his best friend marries this incredibly talented jewelry designer who reaches out to me on Instagram. And she says, love what you do, want to support you and the Michigan girls. And she sent me a whole box of incredible jewelry.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yes.
I don't think I even stay in touch with anybody from high school. Or like, it's incredible that you, that's amazing.
We got to stick together,
Indeed,
right?
indeed, yeah.
We really, really, really do. We're trying to get a message here from, our Gilman over there is saying the rewind's going to happen tomorrow, so you're going to have to be sure to tune in or check us out on Apple TV, on Roku, via the EverTalk app. We'll be live again tomorrow on EverTalk Live, as we are every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m.
That's right. Send us a message, DM us. We'll check you guys out tomorrow. Have a great day on purpose.
That's right. Happy Tuesday.
Indeed.